Friday, my ladies. It is Friday afternoon, and I am Candice Harper Love Coach. You know what that means. It is time for Terrace Talk. And like I promised you, I am going to start talking to other people, and it won't just be me anymore. I'm actually bringing in friends, and today I brought an awesome friend. But first, let me just tell you what we're going to be talking about. So I was talking to one of my clients, and you know, this particular client, she just signed on with me, and the thing about her, she's fantastic. Of course, they're all fantastic, but she really has been in this state of like desperation around having a man and getting a man and wanting a man. Now, here's the thing. I work with women who really want to have a man and really want to have a connection in their lives. However, the thing that's counterproductive is when you feel like you need to have a man. The first thing that I teach is that your happy singlehood is going to be the thing that's going to have you having a happy partnership. So when you're in between and you're kind of feeling away and you're telling yourself stories about what you need, what you don't have, and that you're not enough, there are three main things that I want you to do, that I want you to look at as possibilities for what you can do to just not be waiting for a man and not be pining away. First one is to really get into your own self-care, your own self-growth, transformational work. You know I'm big on that. Whatever you can do to grow yourself and to learn and explore your life. The second one is to be really open to what kind of opportunities come for you. Like your job might want to send you to another city, or you might want to change careers, or just, you know, look at some other ways that you can just be living life and enjoying and having adventures. Because trust me, when you get in a partnership, it's going to be a whole lot more complicated to do that sort of thing. And then the third one, which I think is really important, is to take it as a valuable time where you can get really in touch with your passions and your purpose and transitions in your life and the things that you want to pursue and the things that you've always wanted to do, the things that you've always dreamed about. Now, this leads me to my guest. She's fantastic, she's beautiful, she's young, she lives here in New York City, and we met actually doing a little bit of transformational work, and that's how we got to be friends. I decided to bring her on. She's lovely, she's a yoga teacher and a musician. I'm bringing Asha. Please come. Now, is it Asha or Ash? Should I call you Asha or Ash? What's more comfortable? Well, I usually call you Ash.
When I teach yoga, most people call me Asha.
Okay. Because it sounds more zen, right? Like Asha.
It's more zen, and actually the name Asha comes from, it's a Sanskrit word, and it means hope.
Okay.
And it also is alluding to a fire that burns untruth into truth. And so it feels very, very close to my heart, especially in doing so much transformational work.
Yeah. That's beautiful. Mm-hmm. All right, so we have some questions for you, Asha. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So Asha's one of my beautiful single girls, one of my home girls. So we want to know, what kind of dater have you been? What kind of relationship story do you have?
Okay. Amazing question. And what comes up for me right away is like, how far back to go? So my first boyfriend I had when I was 14.
Okay.
And that was an incredibly serious relationship. Like, we were talking about marriage at age 14.
Wow.
He was the boy that I had my first kiss with, and also the boy that I lost my virginity to in the span of like 4 months.
Wow.
So very powerful, very heated.
You were right in it.
Right in it.
Got
like
it.
Straight in. Yeah, just like straight in there.
That's awesome.
And it was until I was about 24, so 10 years of serial monogamy.
Wow, that's a long time. I mean, there's so much growth that happens between age 14 to 24.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, a lot. And so for me, it all happened with a partner.
Okay.
Or it didn't happen with a partner.
Yeah.
Right? Like the growth and development, like if I missed anything, like it was because I was so engrossed in my partnership.
Gotcha.
So there was and also like for me, I'm coming from, and maybe there are other people listening to this who relate to this, I'm coming from a home life of really prevalent codependency. So like I learned codependency growing up, and I learned that as the way of partnering with male bodies.
Yeah, like that.
Yep,
we're together.
just like collapsed onto each other.
I got that. So, I mean, you know, with considering that, your in between must be very, very interesting. Like, what is happening right now? What's going on?
It's very interesting. Actually, I'll like just dive right into everything. So from 24 to 28, where I am now, I spent the last couple years of my serial monogamy on the road with my partners. So traveling around the east coast of the country in a very hippie sort of a way, like one bicycle trip, one trip by foot, and then moved up to a farm in Vermont and stayed like in an old horse barn with no walls in the middle of winter, like totally hippie experience, and also very disconnected. So when I moved back to New York from Vermont, I right away got literally the first experience I had back in New York was a transformation experience with who then became my mentor, the woman who then became my mentor. And what I experienced was like, oh shit, I have a lot of healing to do. And so for the first like period of time that I spent in New York, that was all that I wanted to do, was like heal myself and discover power in myself without it being dependent on a man. And I developed something of an aversion to relationships and a fear of commitment. And so the first year I had, I wasn't seeing anyone. But I was sleeping with someone. And it was really good sex. Like really, really like really good sex. And at the same time, he didn't want to kiss me on the mouth a lot of the time. So I was so conflicted because at one time there was like in on the one hand there was all this intimacy and vulnerability, and on the other hand like he wouldn't kiss me on the mouth. So total like had me in a very
like Julia Roberts and Pretty, like what is that about?
That's what I was like. I brought it up a couple times. I was like, you know, it's sort of offensive that you won't kiss me on the mouth. And I got for him that that he was also dealing with a big fear of intimacy and commitment. And there was a lot in the space. It was the first like real interracial sexual experience of my life also, and I know that was in the space for both of us. But also hugely transformative, and like many breakthroughs between the two of us, like in the whole world of it. I knew he didn't want to be in a relationship with me. I didn't want to be in a relationship with him really, even though sometimes it was coming up, but I was like, no. So then I met my last partner was someone I was with for I'll share this because it's very pertinent to what's going on in my life right now. My last partner we seriously considered life partnership, and then after a really severe struggle with depression, very severe struggle with depression. He passed away in March, and after deciding to end his life, like choosing to end his life. And I don't, there is no way to know what all went into that choice. There really is just no way to know.
But it has you now in a place of being in between and being in a grieving process too. So there's a lot going on. Going on with that.
There's a lot. So something that's really real for me is that I am I've been an isolator for a long time, like someone who just is isolated. I've just been totally isolated from
an island.
An island.
We know all about that, right, girls?
An island all on my own.
Yes.
And not letting community in. And what has happened in the process of grieving is that I haven't really had a choice. I have had
needed to lean on other people.
I've needed people.
Yeah, which actually ends up being like a really fantastic miracle. And it's so funny because I have a few years on you, but I'm going through a very similar thing, that ability to be able to ask for support and to let it be okay to lean on other people. And so that leads us to the last main question, which goes to, when you are single, when you are living sort of a free life of doing whatever it is you want to do, and when you're in between, whether it's you're having a grieving process, or you had a terrible breakup, or you know, whatever was going on before, you're in a moment of, I can do whatever it is I want to do for me. You know, like I said, one of the best things to look at is, how do I find my purpose and my passion? So for you, Asha, I know that you are like really into your musicianship and your professional musicianship, and I know that you're a great musician. So talk a little bit about how that came about through this process, this grieving process, this transformation, everything that you're dealing with right now. Like, how did that work out?
Okay, so I want to throw this in too before I jump into musicianship, is that like, I'm totally taking on my self-expression romantically and sexually right now.
Okay.
And musically.
Awesome.
And just my self-expression all the way around. So part of what that looks like is like giving myself permission to, like, how I experience it is go right into the cut. Like go like right into the discomfort and the like weirdness, the challenge. The, like, I really don't want to be sitting here with you and like letting you see me all the way, like going right into that.
Got it.
So I'm doing that with all the men in my life that I've been interested in dating and sleeping with. I am not like, no. So I have 3 hot, sexy dates for next week.
I love it.
And like, they're all dudes who like know each other, but they're also all dudes who are like dudes.
Okay.
They're also all people where intimacy is present and friendship is present and mutual respect is present. So like, and we're all on the same page about discovering our self-expression with each other.
I love that.
Me too.
I love that. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that because you have been focusing on your self-expression and getting in touch with who, and I say this all the time, ladies, you know this, when you know who you are and you're authentic about who you are, dating is so much fun because all you have to do is be yourself, right?
Yeah, and like go to the places that you want to go but are afraid to go. Say the things that you want to say and hear come out of your own mouth but you're afraid to say. And I'm experiencing that also in the music. It's actually during one of the programs we did together at Landmark, I discovered that I wasn't singing because it occurred for me as impossible.
Wow.
And like, I saw it as just like not possible and was suppressing the urge to sing for years and years.
Yeah.
And I'm now the backup singer in a band called City Bandits.
Oh, wow.
Blues, folk music, and also playing my own gigs, writing songs at the piano and wailing my face off, which is something that is like really, that's like my home.
Where can we go see you?
You can see me at the Shrine.
Okay.
Next month, the 23rd.
Okay.
We're also playing the Cutting Room next month. And
I'm going to put links down below. But if you're on YouTube, the links are going to be down below for this.
And watch out also, like, follow up here, because we will be announcing a gig at Webster Hall for June. Sometime in June. We don't know when yet. But we got the yes from Webster Hall, so we're psyched about that.
Yay!
And I'm like composing music. I compose a piece for a spiritual round piece for the Mother Wit conference that's going on tomorrow in Brooklyn, and that's an annual conference, and I'm composing more and more music like that. So we can link my SoundCloud too.
Yes, we'll link everything. You'll get to find out all about Asha and her music and follow her and everything. Unfortunately, we're out of time. We're
perfect.
Right? It's perfect. We're right at time. Thank you so much for being here for Terrace Talk. Asha, thank you for coming on. She's my first guest. You're also going to have to come on for show number 1,000. Like, you'll have to come on periodically. You'll be like Alec Baldwin on Saturday Night Live. Like, you'll come on and be like a regular.
Let me
All
be
right.
Alec Baldwin. Love it. I love it.
All right, everybody. As I always say, what we think and what we speak, we create. So be mindful of your magic. Also, if you're on YouTube, definitely subscribe. Definitely hit the like button. Any of the links you need to see to follow me, to follow Asha, they're going to be down below. And thank you again for being here. I love you. I love your faces. Bye, everybody.